And Molly and I have had to have very sometimes difficult conversations because honesty sometimes is not comfortable. Right. You know, whether it's about sex, you know, and our intimacy, and how do we evolve that, because it's different. And how do we embrace and accept the changes and actually learn from them and use those as something that is a positive and not a negative.
When you're with a partner who's able-bodied, there's just some things they're just never, ever gonna get. Right. It's just the way it is. And one of the things you accept in a relationship, right? You make accommodations. Right. And that's why I kind of understand. I've never been in a relationship with a woman with a disability, but I really get that, oh, it would be so nice to have somebody who I don't have to explain what it's like for me to have my mobility limited, for instance, or don't understand that I'm not being in denial and a Pollyanna by saying it's okay that I don't feel my genitals as much as I did when I was 18. Sure, I have some pain about that, but I know that what I want more than anything is to have what's possible for me. Otherwise, I'm multiplying my loss.
The allopathic drug thing is just, you know, I'm not anti in the sense, you know, if you need pain medication so your body doesn't collapse into itself, then yes. And but I'm
it's really, not a dependency of numbness.
No, I mean, like, I don't even take, I've had one aspirin in the last 16 years, and that was in the hospital. Wow. So I prefer to depend on the design, if you will, of the body.
There might be someone who's watching this who might feel on the edge of walking out from a partner who might have been injured. Do you have any words of wisdom or advice that you could give to that person?
This might sound terrible, but sometimes I think you really have to kind of answer some deep questions for, you know, and everybody has to do this for themselves, you know. Because I don't think that you can necessarily leave one thing and think that you're running away from it and that you're not going to find it, it's not going to follow you. So I think that, you know, if a relationship can change and people can grow apart from each other for all kinds of reasons. So sometimes it might be right to leave, you know. But I think that, you know, you stay together or you leave for the right reasons and you understand, you know, why. And I know that for me, I had to be really, really honest with myself.
What are you grateful for?
I'm grateful that I found someone that I love. I certainly didn't expect that after I was paralyzed.
I'm really grateful that I have this opportunity to be able to work in Bookshare and reach out to many millions of people around the world and bring this service to them and make it possible for them to educate themselves, read what they want, and fulfill their dreams.
I'm grateful that I get the opportunity to talk about this stuff. It is something that everybody thinks about and everybody wants to talk about, but most people are nervous. They don't know how to open the conversation.
I am really grateful for this conversation and the opportunity to be able to share my feelings and my thoughts, and that anybody anywhere might somehow get some value from what we talk about.
I'm grateful for this body. I mean, you know, there are vacancies in my body, you know, places where I don't feel hot and cold, and places where if you touch, I'm not really sure, you know. But as a container, it's been, it's actually been really good.
I'm grateful that I'm alive. I'm not supposed to be.
If my parents listened to the doctors, they would have given me up.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Put her in a home somewhere.
Yes. Put her in an institution. You don't even know what to deal with, what the problems are going to be.
Wow.
Don't ever give up, because anything is possible. I think Molly has exemplified that. And don't buy the expectations that other people put before you. Life can be an amazing journey if you choose it. So I hope you go out and choose it and live freely and fully and live the life you truly desire. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.